Hello. Today we're talking about long division. Now, what is long division? Division that we do when the numbers are large can be done with long division. For instance, if I have a problem that looks like this, here I have a division problem, and this is read as 18 divided by 5. So remember that on the inside, we always say the inside number first, okay? So this is 18 divided by 5. All right, we have some parts here that we need to know the names of, okay? So inside, that is called the dividend. On the outside, that is called the divisor. So the way you do this is you look to see how many times can 15 go into 18 evenly. Well, 15 goes into 18 3 times. All right. Now what I do is I take that 3 and I multiply it by the 5. And that will give me 15. Now I subtract 18 minus 15 is 3. So I can say R3 because this part is called the remainder. And this 3 here is called the quotient. Remember these names so you'll know what we're talking about as we go forward. Quotient, divisor, remainder, and dividend. Well, let's say we have a division problem like this. We have 93 divided by 7. Well, what I can do is I can first look to see, can I divide 7 into 9? Will 7 go into 9? Well, 9 is larger than 7, so I can divide 9 by 7. How many times will 7 go into 9? Well, 7 goes into 9 one time. Now I do multiplication. So that's 1 times 7. 1 times 7 is 7. Now I subtract. 9 minus 7 is 2. Next, I'm going to bring down the 3. And now I look to see how many times will 7 go into 23. 7 will go into 23 3 times. So now I do 3 times 7. 3 times 7 is 21. And now I do the subtraction again. 23 minus 21 is 2. And notice there's nothing over here to bring down. So I'll put an R here, and that's my remainder. So my quotient is 13, and my remainder is 2. So 93 divided by 7 is 13, remainder 2. So there is definitely a pattern here to follow, okay? So when you're doing long division, first you'll do division. Next, you'll multiply. Third, you will subtract. And fourth, you will bring down. And then, if there are still more numbers in your problem, you'll start over with division. And you keep doing that process until there's nothing left to bring down. Let's say, for instance, I have 23 on the outside, and on the inside, I have 784. Well, this is read as 784 divided by 23. Now, I want to see how many times 23 will go into 78. I'm going to guess that it goes 3 times. So that's my division. 23 can go into 78 3 times. So I'll multiply the 3 times 3, which is 9, and then 3 times 2, which is 6. All right. So now I did division, multiplication. Now I subtract. So I will subtract 78 minus 69. So I will borrow from the 7, making it a 6. And this becomes 18. 18 minus 9 is 9. 6 minus 6 is 0. All right, so I subtracted. Now I bring down. I bring down the 4, and now I need to divide again. So we go back up to the top, and we do division. Now I need to ask, how many times can I divide 94 by 23? I'm going to try 4. So let's try 4. So I'll do 4, and then I will multiply. 4 times 3 is 12, so I'll put my 2 here, and then I'll put my 1 here. Then I'll do 4 times 2, which is 8, plus 1 is 9. So now I'll subtract. 4 minus 2 is 2. 9 minus 9 is 0. So I have this 2 here. That means that my remainder is 2. So 784 divided by 23 is 34, remainder 2. All right, so now we're going to do 2,841 divided by 75. So now I need to try to divide 75. Well, I can't divide 75 into 2. So how about 75 into 28? Well, 75 will not go into 28. So I need to actually try to divide 75 into 284. So I need to guess how many times 75 will go into 284. I'm going to guess 4. So if I do 4 times 5, well, that's 20. So I'll put a 0 there and a 2 there. And then I'll do 4 times 7, which is 28, plus 2, which is 30. And that's 300. Well, we have a problem because this number here, it can't be bigger than the number above it. Okay? So if you get in a situation where the number that you get when you multiply is bigger than this number here over it, that means that this number here is too big. So 4 is too big. So what that means is I need to make it less. So I'm going to try 3. So now I multiply. 3 times 5 is 15. So the 5 goes there. The 1 goes there. And then I do 7 times 3, or 3 times 7, which is 21. Plus 1, 21 plus 1 is 22. Well, this is smaller. So 225 is smaller than 284. So that's good. So I did my division. I did my multiplication. Now it's time to subtract. So 4 minus 5, can't do it. So I got to borrow here. 8 becomes 7. 4 becomes 14. 14 minus 5 is 9. 7 minus 2 is 5. Now 2 minus 2 is 0, so I leave that blank. And then I bring down, right? I did subtraction, and now it's time to bring down. So I bring down the 1. Check. So now we start over. So we go up to the division again. So now I have to do 75. How many times does 75 go into 591? Well, I'm going to guess that it goes 8 times. So then I'll do 8 times 5, which is 40. So the 0 goes here, the 4 goes here, and then I'll do 8 times 7, which is 56. 56 plus 4 is 60. Well, you'll notice that this number is bigger than this number. So that doesn't work. So I have to make this number smaller. So it's 8. Let's try 7. All right, let's multiply 7. 7 times 5 is 35. Put the 3 up here. And 7 times 7 is 49. 49 plus 3 is 52. All right, this one is smaller than this one, so that's good. Now we can subtract because we've done division, multiplication. It's time to subtract. All right, 1 minus 5, can't do it, so I'm going to borrow from the 9, making it an 8. Make the 1 an 11. 11 minus 5 is 6. 8 minus 2 is also 6. 5 minus 5 is 0, so I'll leave nothing there. And so now, because I have nothing here to bring down, I'm left with 66. So my remainder is 66. So 2,841 divided by 75 is 37, remainder 66. And that's how you do long division.